Hi, my name is Nick, and I'm joined with Jade, the local tabi-wearing, techno-spinning, too fine, have no time girl boss DJ, in an undisclosed location. Now, who is Jade?
I'd say I describe myself as an amateur hyphenate, just someone who's interested in getting as much done as possible and like learning as much as I possibly can just to increase my chances of just creatively expressing myself, whether that's DJing, audio production with all my equipment behind me, Photoshop, coding. I'm a computer science major. So just trying to be as creative as possible.
Now, tell us a little bit more about this DJing that you do. Maybe give us a little details about what a DJ actually does, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about certain styles of DJing.
I'd say there's definitely different types of DJing. There's like scratch DJs, like I'd say DJ Shadow, but I'd say I'm more of a mixed DJ. I'm more of like a club DJ, if you will. I've DJed at um not Cat's Cradle, Nightlight in UNC Chapel Hill. I DJ for Boone Area Community Radio, and I mainly focus on techno and high energy dance music, 130 BPM and above, and it's really just mixes and mixing just to like get people moving, get people dancing, just cause it's just nice to see. Like there's so much history like going back, like New York queer culture, black culture that's just like filled with it. So I'd say, you know, I just consider myself like, a mixing DJ, a club DJ, a dance DJ. Just any of those labels really fit me.
What kind of led you to choose the style of DJing? I guess is it a location influence or just maybe some music or artists that you've listened to personally?
I used to live in Germany 2012 to 2016. And around that time, I was listening to a lot of like EDM, Skrillex, Deadmau5, all that. And over time, it kind of like slowly evolved. And like I discovered new artists. I discovered Burial. I discovered Floating Points. I discovered the Warp label, Aphex Twin, and it slowly like evolves over time to like as I know more about DJing culture and like the history of DJ, my taste expanded more. Now like I'm getting really into like voguing music, house music, like voguing house music from like 80s, 90s. Always a big fan of like industrial techno, different genres of techno, dub techno. So it's really been an evolution from like EDM to now just like house and techno. So that's pretty much it.
Do you maybe want to go over some of the gear that you use to make your music?
Um, when DJing, I use my DDJ 400, and then these are some studios that I picked up at a local thrift store around here. And when I'm in the Boone Area Community Radio studio, we use two CDJs, which are absolutely amazing to use because it feels like I'm in an actual like a club. It's the closest I'll get to club gear in Boone, so it's really nice to have. And then my collection's gotten smaller over time. I just have this Behringer Pro one. I have this keyboard by not complete by no not Novation. I'll think of the name later. And then I mainly just use Ableton for production. I want to get more into gear. I don't really use it that much anymore, but I really want to get into it just because having that hands on is really different than like having it like in Ableton if I had it pulled up right now.
Now, I know you have a really big interest in fashion and thrifting, and I guess that sort of expertise almost. Now, tell me a little bit more about that, and if that influences any of your interest or studies, or DJing or any.
I mean, I am a computer science major. It's funny because I always tell people I'm computer science, and they're just like, really? Just because, it doesn't really match, like, I guess the computer science stereotype. But it's just the same as like DJing. It's like being a military child, moving all over, finding out new cultures, exploring like, new things. And then when I was in high school, I really didn't talk to a lot of people in my school. So I spent a lot of time on like Tumblr, YouTube, even my Instagram handle, Cunnt Garçons, comes from the brand. I even have, some of my favorite pieces just up here displayed on my wall that I don't wear at all. And then even, it goes from that to even like, oh, what looks weird but is also cool. Like if we can go over and show some pieces from my clothing rack. Yeah. Like as Nick said, Tabby Wing, absolute favorites, like just classic pieces, got them fixed up. And then a recent collection are these Z coils, which I've gotten made fun of countless times for by posting about them, just because people are like, oh, boing shoes go boing. And, and, and it's, whether it's like that, another really big thing I've been into recently is camo, as like, I have a whole index just on my computer about camo, and I'd really blame my parents, my military upbringing, seeing camo pretty much my whole life. But it's a really cool pattern. Yeah, it may be redneck, but it's still. I say we make camo Cunnt again. We have to make camo Cunnt. They're those hats that say like God's favorites. It's just so nice. So, it's just the same as DJing. It's like growing up, learning new stuff. Like really like helped influence my current closet today and everything I pretty much wear.
Guess let's take it back over here. I don't know. Now, where can we see you perform next?
My next performance is... Oh, did you want me to hold the mic the whole time? Oh, okay. My next performance is going to be at Lily's on the 25th. It's going to be me. It's going to be Ellis DJ from Boone Area Community Radio. It's going to be my good friend Jonathan, also known as Latchwork. Amazing, synthesizer gear. And then another big guy out of UNC Chapel Hill, Mall Prowler. Amazing, also uses gear. So that'll be the next time, November 25th. Come out, come dance.
Boone Area Community Radio. Now, tell us more about your involvement with Boone Area Community Radio. And I know you do have a little segment or a show on there every so often. Tell us when that happens.
It happens every other Friday. So tomorrow I'm doing my show, the 24th. Oh, wait, not 24th. The 18th. Oof. The 18th, I'm doing my show tomorrow. So 2 Fridays from then, I'm going to do my next show. It's called Trans Moment. And Boone Area Community Radio, I feel like just... It's the name Boone and community are like the two main things I take from it, just because it really is such like a nice community. Recently, I helped like plan an event and like do an event at Espresso News, and it's like seeing all the people, seeing all the DJs, different types of DJs, and it's not really just like house and electronic music, because it is a radio. Not all of us are DJs. Well, all of us are DJs, but not like in the traditional sense, but it's still a lot of people who enjoy playing different types of music. There's Doggy Dog Radio, which plays a lot of punk, rock music. There's my show, Trans Moment, mainly like house, techno, dance music. There's Flow Motion by Travis, the founder of Boone Area Community, the co-founder of Boone Area Community Radio. There's Ellis's show. There's Emma's show. There's Kiva's show. There's just so many people involved in it that I really hope more people do get involved in it and notice that it's more than just like, I guess dance music. It's like, it's just radio, different segments, different genres for everybody. It's more, I guess, open than the school radio per se.
Now, where can we listen to these shows on Boone Area Community Radio?
You can listen to them. I have a little flyer right there. But if you just go to boonearecommunityradio.com, you can listen to it fully free online. And yeah.
Now, are there any closing remarks you have for us or anything else you would like to talk about?
Maybe not. I can't think of anything else.
Adjacent acts that you are a fan of?
Oh, well, as I said earlier, there's my friend Jonathan, also known as Latchwood. Amazing, as I said earlier, amazing gear. All here in the high country. He's played at Noble Kava. There's Andrew and Astral Moments. I forgot his actual name, but they recently did a show in the back of the record shop where Huzza Books is located. So they're also some cool gear guys. And it's like, it's nice seeing like people here are like, really into electronic music. Sure, it mainly is like, graduates, alumni, maybe people on the older side, but I do hope that people more of our age do get more like interested, because it's a really like free and opening space. Yeah, like, yeah, it's not, you know, that very prevalent here, but it's still like, you know, a nice thing to explore, a nice thing to dive into. And because it's just like dance music, it's just in the name, like dance music. You don't have to necessarily, like, you know any artist, song, anything, but I guess it's like catch a vibe, as a lot of people said over the summer when Drake dropped his new album. But you know, it's just to dance to. You know, even if you aren't like the biggest fan, anyone can enjoy it really.
Is that all we have to offer at this moment?
From I can think of, yes. Hopefully, I get to do more mixes for other people in New York, California, all over. And I hope to start expanding more and more. Playing at Chapel Hill was extremely fun just because they have a massive dance community. So, but I do wish to play more in Boone, play more like, for people our age, just because I really feel like some people are interested in it. But since they're not 21 plus, they can't get into Lily's. And, my show at Backers, I had a weirdly good time, so they may miss it. But I do hope to, play more in Boone, because even if I'm not from here, I'm from New York. Anytime I do a mix with someone else and they ask how to describe me, I always say oh, I'm from New York, but I'd say I'm a Boone DJ because I'm currently in Boone and a DJ. So I'm proud to say oh yeah, I'm currently a Boone DJ, even if I am from New York and I represent New York too. So I'd say that's all.
Well, thank you so much for giving us your time and talk to us about what it is to be a DJ.
Thank you so much.
My name is Nick.
I'm Jade.
And this has been Boonecast.